Ambient light rejection treatment using ambient light rejection technology gain. I am showing off today. Actually, I'm going back and forth some other screen paints. So I'm showing off today. This is our black silver. This is actually a gray screen paint we developed. This is a mid-level screen like you would have with elite screens or any high-end projection screen setups. You also have the bottom dollar screens, which would be the white screens, and you would have the gray screens, and then the dark gray screens and so forth. So this right here is a mid-level screen. Now our mid-level screens, we can test these against high performance projection screens as in the Darkstar 9 or the Parallax screen by daylight screens. And these screens right here, the interesting thing about the black silver is that the black silver, yes, is a great screen. It is much lighter than the Platinum Eclipse, but it has something in it. It has a code in it, allowed to be able to read the contrast levels. Now, a lot of people have been interested in seeing this in the gallon size, so we are going to bring a gallon size out tomorrow for it. Gallon size is probably going to be around 167 because, like I said, this is a mid-level screen paint, so we don't consider this to be one of the high ends, but even for the lower ends, it's able to do things that other gray screens cannot do. And that's one of the things. This is the screen I was showing off in the last video that pulled the demonstration outside at 13 feet back. That's the technology right there. So we got a few demonstrations lined up. I'm getting some things ready for some more orders. Here we go, for that remote control. So one of the things I like to do when I display gray screens is I like to show off exactly the contrast levels. And the shade of the screen is gray. It looks like the Platinum Eclipse, doesn't it? It looks black, like the Platinum Eclipse. I'll take it off and I'll put it up against black screen over here, so you can see that it is gray. So there we are. Very light gray screen right there. Now, if I were to take right here, and to show you how odd and strange these screens look. This one right here is a Platinum Eclipse. I'm going to put this one right here, right next to each other. Maybe you can get an idea that they're not all black. That right there is a Platinum Eclipse. Looks black, doesn't it? It's not black. It has code in it to make it pull them colors. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this one. Maybe you'll see if I put them right next to each other. Maybe you see the difference. Now, if you look at them, they look pretty dark, right? Now this one right here, it looks like it's black. That's not black. That's actual dark gray. That's one of the darkest. I mean, when I said the darkest gray screens we develop. So I'm going to take that one off. Take this one off right here. Put this one back over here. Now, you know, that one's gray. Now look directly at that one. That's a Platinum Eclipse. They look black. People stare and they think they're black screens. They're not. They're actually dark gray. Take this one. It's over here. Now, here you go. Now you can see them. They're totally different screens. They just have the ability to pull contrast levels. Now, I'm not worried about that when it comes to the Platinum Eclipse because it's a very dark screen and has amazing capabilities to pull contrast levels. But look at the color of them compared to the black silvers. The black silvers are gray screens. Much lighter than these screens, but they can pull a contrast level because they have a code in them. That's what makes them different from any other gray screen. So now, as you see with the color, what they look like, black screen. When you put them against the black screen will show them what they are. See the color, right? So I'll put it up here. And now the screen looks black. All right, let me grab my, where did I put my fire stick at? So I can basically put some contrast levels here. Where did we get the fire stick? Oh, back pocket. All right, let's pull up a Starfield demonstration, YouTube. All right. There you go. Now, these are all the sample sheets we have right here, all high professional sample sheets. I'm going to show you the screen again. Show you the screen is pulling a contrast level. So we'll take it off the rack again and put it against my screen over here. The black screen, just to show you that it is a gray screen. Sorry about that, I got you guys all in my face. There you go. So you can see the screen is gray. Okay, now I'm going to put it against the wall over here. Now the screen is going 100%, not 100%, it's pulling up a very dark contrast level. So, to show you how advanced the screen is, we are going to take, first things first, Crow's Personal Mix first. Put it right here. We're going to get the, let's see what we got right here. This is a, what's this right here? Here we go. By Seymour AV. This is a matinee black. Let's see. By DMP Supernova, right here. DMP Supernova, look at the color of it, right here. DMP Supernova. You're supposed to test your other gray screens against other gray screens. I've been saying that like 1,000 times. You have to. It's the only way you're going to be able to tell which one is the best. Gray Cinema 3D. The one thing you have to test your screens on is the contrast level. This is what I was sitting there explaining to Jamie. When you see me do demonstrations on my gray screens, I will show you the contrast levels. Any screen can do bright colors. You have to test against other gray screens. Which screens are going to perform the best contrast levels? This is what you will not do. This is what you're supposed to do with a gray screen. What do we got next? Parallax by Daylight Screens. And that's the right one. This is the 2.0 gain. I want the other one. This one right here. And right there. With the color of it. See how dark it is? Which one of our screens are going to pull highest contrast levels? Next to our gray technology, which is Black Silver. All right? All certified screen. Every screen that's certified is Crow's Personal Mix on the end. All these screens are all certified projection screens, all the way across. The next screen we have, let's see what else we got over here. We have the Dark Star 9. Now, since we're not using ultra short throw, we can use the Dark Star 9 screen because the screens are not compatible with ultra short throw. This is how dark the Dark Star 9 comes off. Dark Star 9. So there we go. We have close to about maybe $30,000 worth of screens up here. We have the Personal Mix, We have the DMP Supernova, $5,000 for a 100-inch. We have the Matinee Black. I think they're around $1,500. We have the, let me see what we got over here up close. We have the Gray Cinema 5D. Over here we have the Parallax by Daylight Screens, and then over here we have the Dark Star 9. Let's see how they compare to our gray screens. And this is our mid-level screen. The gray screen, let's put it away. In our technology field, the gray screen is considered to be the white screen of projection screens in our category. And they can beat all these screens with no problem. And that screen right there would cost you $89 a quart to paint a 120-inch screen, up to a 120-inch screen. When one of those screens would cost you $5,000 just for a 100-inch. And I told you, when you do demonstrations, and I'll back it up. Somebody say, oh, but you keep talking about doing the demonstrations on black surface and gray screens. Hello? I'll back it up. I'm not going to tell somebody to do something I'm not going to do myself. We got a game in there. Hold on. No point in me telling you to do something I'm not going to do myself. I have to do the same demonstrations. I have to know on my end exactly how my technology is going to react. I have to. There you go. Produces a higher color. So the colors are red. Much brighter. No calibrating. And let me explain something to you real quick so you can understand this. There is no way on God's green earth or any other earth, maybe other earths beyond this earth, that you can ever calibrate a projector to be able to enhance your contrast levels. That is virtually impossible. That's on the face of the planet. No, you cannot do that. There's no way in the world to calibrate a light gray screen to look like a black screen when it comes to contrast. Impossible. So whoever's starting that now, they need to basically crack a book every once in a while, because that is impossible. You can't do that. That's like saying that you can calibrate a black projector's white levels to match a white screen. You know what I mean? People will feed you that to sell you anything. So don't believe in that. No, you can't do that. You got projectors over here that got 16,000 to 1, 20,000 1, 30,000 to 1, and they still look like they're tan when it comes to contrast levels on a white and gray screen. So somebody tells you no, but you can use this projector and then you can calibrate it. If that's the case, you know who said it. Your projector has 1,000,000 to 1 something contrast on it. Let's say you calibrate that projector. Matter of fact, even better. Let's say you paint half of your screen with black paint. Just paint it with black paint. That's all you got to do. And then I want you to calibrate your projector to the point where you can make those black levels on the personal mix match the black paint perfectly in a well-lit environment. No dark at all. Because if you're going to make a statement like that, you got to be to back it up. When I heard that, I was like, no, I'm sorry. No, that's like trying to squeeze water out of a stone. That is impossible. But if he's saying it's possible, then he would have no problem doing that demonstration by the day. But basically just paint one half of the screen black or everyday black paint. That's all you got to do. And basically calibrate your projector with that 1,000,000 to 1 contrast capabilities, calibrated to be able to match correctly to a black surface and do a star field demonstration in a fully lit environment. I'm not talking about the little light over top. I'm talking about take them curtains, the shades you got in the back, pull them all the way up. That same lighting you had in there when you were doing the football game demonstration. The same, like that whole entire area up. And see if you can match it. Because I would love to see that one. I really would. Yeah, you define the laws or whatever. But yeah, that's somebody selling you something that is not true. You can't do that. You honestly cannot do that. If that was the case, then, if you could automatically do that from the door, there'd be no need to buy a black screen. Why would you bother buying a black screen if you could calibrate your projector's black levels up to be equal to a black screen? You wouldn't need it. You could buy a cheap white screen and do it. Save yourself some money. Companies like Black Diamond, all of them would go out of business. No, that's not true. You can't do that. All right, let's go over here and, good gracious, man. Say anything and do anything just to sell product. All right, let's go to blue. Blue. Can't do that. That's virtually impossible. Okay. No, I'm gonna do black 4K. This is what I want to do right here. I want to do some of these demonstrations right here. Now, if I tell you my demonstrations that anybody who has a gray screen, should not be showing off a bunch of bright, beautiful colors. They shouldn't be doing that. This gray screen is going to do that automatically. What you should be displaying is the black levels on a gray screen. That's what you need to see. And that's what you're watching the Black Silver does, because the Black Silver has code in it to allow it to read a contrast level even if the screen is gray. That's how the screen was able to pull up that image outside on that projector at 13 feet back outside. And on top of that, their ambient light rejection gain is insane. They got 12s in them. Those I think that's crazy. It's a 15, but they're good. There you go. You can get right up close and see that the screen is producing a black level. Dark enough where it's actually taking out these screens. And there's Crow's personal mix right against my screen. I'm in the right mind. I'm going to spend $5,000 for a projection screen. You can do it for $89. Even the gallons right now, we bring out gallons. The gallon's going to be like $162. A gallon's going to paint up to a 190-inch screen. You have any idea what a 190-inch screen, well, actually a 180-inch screen from DMP Supernova will cost you? $18,000. And let me see. Here you go. DMP Supernova. $18,000. Laying against our technology, that would cost you $162 to paint a 190-inch screen. Look at the color on that. You gotta hear this. Crowboy just came to my channel a few minutes ago and said, why am I trying to destroy the other guy? We're not gonna answer that, okay? We're gonna move on. We already know what Crow has tried to make me think of, be a scammer and all the dirty stuff he's done to me, but we're just going to ignore that and move on. So I'm gonna see, let me see. Yeah, we're gonna try to do the gallon. Can we do the gallon a day? We might be squeezing a gallon a day. We might be do the gallon a day. If I get the pictures, to get the pictures taken and everything, we do a gallon a day? I think we do a gallon a day. We'll put it up on the website. We'll put a gallon in today. I gotta go back to Uline. I gotta get more gallon containers because then we got that colossal sale coming up, and that's gonna be insane because the gallon sizes are gonna go quick, and I need large boxes. Now see about OLED demonstrations, the backgrounds are supposed to be black. Anytime you see an OLED demonstration, that background is supposed to be black. This is very dark. What would happen if you bought an OLED TV and you turn it on and the background's gray? You think something's wrong with your TV. What the freak is this? It's supposed to be black. Some good music. So the difference between my gray, this is my mid-level gray screen paint, is the fact that my gray screens can pull contrast levels. Other screens can't do that. Brighter colors, more vivid colors. Colors don't wash out, don't fade. Yeah, a lot of people didn't realize that 12s had that capability. Yeah, 12s, that's why I have a screen on my ceiling. I can have my lights on, I can watch a movie. That's a 1,000 lumen projector I was moving back and forth across the screen that was hitting the top of the ceiling. And that screen was still producing an image, even on a star field, with a light pushing right through the screen. And then you want to make yourself equal to us? I'm not trying to be rude here, but come on. I had to work hard to get that level, to get here. I didn't cut corners to get here. I'm gonna have a customer coming right now and say, hey, look, I got 20 grand to spend. I'm thinking about going out and getting one of these screens right here. And I can say, hey, look, guess what? I'll save you a ton of money. Not thousands, not hundreds, not hundreds, thousands of dollars. Number one, I can show them this demonstration right here. If I sat there and told them, I said, well, look, we got a screen paint cost you $89. It's gray, and it can beat $5,000 or $3,000 Dark Star 9. And the first thing he's going to say is, prove it. There you are right there. And not only can I prove it, the video is live. No automatic sale that quick, that fast. And I say, not only did we beat that screen, but look at all the other ones up here. We channeled those too. So we're not talking about a black screen, we're talking about a gray screen now. So what do you think is going to happen when blue finally launches? Of course, we're going to do comparisons. Now, when blue launches, we're going to do all the screens all together, and that way you can figure out exactly which one would benefit you best. Oh, wait, we can't do that. We can't do that. Nothing bright. We can't do anything bright. Nothing. It's got to be all dark. That's the whole purpose. If I do a bright demonstration, then that defeats the entire purpose of what the technology is designed to do. It's designed to pull contrast. I'm designed to put a contrast level. I'm not going to show you a lot of bright levels. What's the point? Like I said, the screen can do it automatically. You need to see contrast. That's what you need to see. Let's go with let's see, the Sony. We definitely got to do the Sony. Sony's got that demonstration right there. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna do contrast, don't do that. That when you do the contrast with the city and all that, no, that's fake. That's a fake contrast demonstration. There's just too much white light coming off that surface, so you can't really say that's a contrast demonstration. Now, doing a demonstration on a lightning storm, that's a different story because then you get the flashes of lightning and it's dark in the background. You should be to pick up everything, but no, that demonstration kind of show it does contrast. No, that's a fail. It's supposed to do. You should have did the Sony. Sony has a really dark contrast demonstration. That one right there is a good one to test your stuff on. Let me pull it up real quick so you can show you when I show you how dark this one is. Sony. Here we go. I need the Sony. No, Sony. That black contrast demonstration. Space that. Down contrast. Not yet. Here we go. This will definitely do it. Oh, not that. That's not what I wanted. It's a contrast. I swear, sometimes I wonder. Keyboard, please bring a keyboard next time. It should have you can actually run a keyboard through it. Contrast. There we go. Thank you. This is the demonstration you should have did. 1,000 lumens. If he's going to show up the screen's contrast capability, all them colorful lights and all that stuff reflected. No, it's not contrast. Contrast is supposed to show, it's supposed to be jet black. They put a little bit of color in there just to show that the screen is actually there, but it's supposed to be majority jet black, not a bunch of whatever. I'm not even going to bother with that one. Now, if you notice from edge to edge, the screen still remains black. They figured because it's a city and it's a night scene, it's considered to be a contrast demonstration. It's not a contrast demonstration. Now, pretty much any gray screens he develops, we'll go side by side with the Black Silver with no problem. I'll challenge the Frankenstein. I'll challenge anything he got over there against this Black Silver. It's a gray screen, and they can go toe to toe with some of the big boys. So I would have no problem doing that challenge. I wonder if he'll take it. Look, even the background for Sony is supposed to come up. Supposed to come up black. And we got plenty of power. We're using the Chrissy 4300 lumens, 1920 by 1200 WXGA projector. We got plenty of power. So it should be no excuses for any of these screens to be having a problem struggling. We're all gray screens. And I mean, when we design screens in different categories, we don't have any other gray screen except for the Black Silver. The Black Silver is the only one in our category on a Supreme that's gray. The Platinum is the only category screen that is a dark gray. The black screens are the only ones that are black. Extremes are actually darker than black screens. They all have their own categories. But when I look at the paints, they kind of all run together. Frankie, all and they all run together in the same color. Yeah, I would like to see that go against this thing. Look at that. Oh, thank you, thank you. Like I said, you heard me say it remember many times. I would love to go against Black Diamond. I really would. Oh, yes, I would. Oh, yes, I would. But you think they would? You think they're going to go against one of these screens? Nah. I'm curious to see what happened. I mean, I'm pretty sure you're all curious. But watch, I get some email from them. Hey, cut it out. I'm talking about us. Yeah, because I'm not supposed to be speaking about them. Like I said, what's the big deal? Let's do it side by side. Let's see what happens. I'm curious. All right, let's go get something else. That's what they'll be telling me to cut cord and cut it out. All right, so anyway, our Black Friday, Cyber Monday sale ends this Saturday coming up. Thank you all for participating in that sale. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the support. We are going to do ship out on Saturday, so everybody can take advantage of. Okay, so if all sales, if it ends on Saturday, we're going to do it Saturday at 12 o'clock at night. At 12 o'clock, the sale is going to end. You know, we're not going to do it on Saturday. We'll do it at 12 o'clock, and the next day it'll be Sunday, so it'll end there. That's basically about it for that. All the paints go back to the original prices. As for the Colossal kits, we'll be launching those probably around Monday or Tuesday. Those are the 1 gallon and 2 gallon kits that come with free blackout cloths. One of them actually does come with a brick of LED lights. That'll be the Colossal kit, which is 2 gallons and has a surface of 10 feet by 20 feet. Yeah, that's massive. It's massive. For the big boy kit, it's going to come with 1 gallon. It's going to come with a surface that is 8 by 10 feet. What people have been doing with the gallons, they've been painting their entire wall with it. So, you know, they can actually change their projection size any way they want. And with the surface being black already, it makes it a lot easier. But then a lot of stuff we develop is pretty dark. All right, so right there, the gallons are going to be included with, I think we have a 9 in a gallon. We have a 9 in a gallon. We have the platinum coming gallons. And now the black silver will have a gallon. And, of course, the 12s have gallons. Now, keep in mind, if you order the Colossal kit, it does come with 2 tracking numbers. The screen is pretty big, so one box will contain the screen and the lights, and the other box will contain the 2 gallons. If you need signature confirmed, we do have signature confirmed. Just email me and say, hey, Ken, need signature confirmed. It's free, just in case you're not going to be home. You don't want to leave 2 big boxes sitting outside. Somebody go, wonder what's in there. So, you know, just let you know, it is free. Signature confirmed is free. Now, unfortunately, we cannot ship overseas due to the fact of PayPal's restrictions. But if you do have somebody within the United States that can receive the package, you can just send us the shipping information and we can edit it right there for you. Keep in mind, we will send you a confirmation email saying, hey, is it okay for us to send that there? And if you say it's okay, we will send it there and they can ship it to you. So keep in mind, with these gallons, you'll be to paint a screen size anywhere from, I don't know, you want to go 20 inches all the way up to 190. Or you just paint multiple screens throughout your house. I don't know. I do multi-screens all the time. Okay. Let's do one color demonstration. We'll do one. Voila. Yeah, black silver is because they can read contrast. The color levels are actually outstanding. I'm gonna let that play while you guys. Talk to me today, Mr. Bud. So for the black silver, I was going to do the gallon tomorrow, but I'm going to put it up today. I'm going to go edit the website and put it up today. So it's going to be 162 for a gallon. I have no idea where I put it. And that's to tell you the truth. Should I take it with me again? I'm just going to go with it. Yep. All right. I will take all these down. Those who don't know, sample sheets we had against the screen. Dark Star 9 by Elite Screens. Those there. Parallax from the daylight screens. Crow's Personal Mix. This would be, in the small corner, Matinee Black by Seymour AV. If you've ever seen these screens before. My screens are dark gray. This one right here, DMP Supernova. Gray Cinema 3D. All gray screens versus our technology. Our technology by itself. So it's interesting How black gray screen can produce black. And at that, do it in a fully lit environment. That's the problem. No washing out to the screen. I sit there and tell you that my technology is different from any other gray screen. It is. It's gray. You just watched the gray screen produce a contrast level better than several high performance screens, including a screen paint mix, and the screen is gray. It has a color code inside of it that allows to read contrast. Like that thing right over there. I call it things because screens are crazy. Platinum Eclipse. Darkest gray screen we have ever developed. They can pass almost a black screen side by side to another black screen. They can pass and look exactly alike, but they're so far different. One is actually gray and one is actually black. I like to put these little chairs in here. Just give you a peek at the screen. Oh, see, Mr. Bird, keep losing your stuff. Yes, I do. I lose my stuff. This happens every day. I lose stuff all the time. Where did I put it that fast? I really should have lost my. Oh, here it is. Oh, this is why I don't need anything in my house to be black. That's a bad idea for me. Everything in the house black. Let me see if we can bring. Now people would think that screen is black. That screen's actually dark gray. Then you would think if you saw this screen being the gray screen was black, that screen is actually gray and not dark gray, not dark black. You have to be able to show that your technology is different. Now, read from here. So platinums were developed because we had some people that wanted dark black. They wanted the black technology, but they didn't want it that dark. They wanted something in between. So that's where platinums came in at. Platinums produce insane contrast levels and high white levels at the exact same time too. But they can't compete with the black screen. Only the black screen has a superior black level. Let me bring up a little more. I want some brighter colors on this. As a matter of fact, here we go. Something with a little bit more brightness to it.
Ordinary tissues cause your nose drag. Try soothing pulse plus motion instead.
Let's see the blacks on the Platinum Eclipse, like I said. Side by side to a black screen, next to, on top of a black screen, no, black screen would actually show exactly which one has the better black. But the contrast levels on here, like I said, there's code in it, allow it to be able to read a darker contrast level. That screen's not black, that screen is actually dark gray. Okay. Charge my phone up. You see the color of that screen? Watch this. These aren't black. These are dark gray. There you go. But it can produce a straight black contrast level. If you hit that screen with a projector, it produces a very, very dark contrast, but it's not. This gray back again. Let me show you something here. Isn't that interesting? One's actually gray, the other one's dark gray, and yet they can mimic each other. How do you explain that one? Same thing like I can take a gray screen and throw it against a black screen, and a black screen can blend into that. but they're both two completely different screens. See, there's levels of the technology I haven't even shown you yet what this stuff can do. I don't do too many screens side by sides. And it's weird how this stuff reacts. They're two different screens. One's light gray, one's actually dark. But let's see. Starfield demonstration. Look at the white levels on both of them. I'll put the camera a little closer up front. It's kind of hard to tell, isn't it? Because they both have the ability to read the exact same code. They can read contrast. One screen being darker, one screen being lighter, and they both can read contrast. They both can read the same amount of white levels, which is interesting. There was nothing different about the technology. You really tell one from the other. But the black screens, on the other hand, let's see if we do with the white levels. The color red, because they're both designed to read contrast. Let's see what happens if we put red up. Now the red here is slightly lighter, but this one's a little bit darker. The color blue. White screensaver. Kind of shocking, isn't it? But yet, look at this. Look at completely different. One's dark gray, and the other one is gray. But yet they can produce almost the same similar white levels, colors, contrast, and everything. Just like the same thing, a blue screen can read color when they're not supposed to read color, but they can. It's not the paint, it's a code. See, the funny thing about it is I found hilarious when Jamie was trying to make our screen paint, he doesn't know how to develop the code. And that's what makes the product, gives it the ability to be able to do what it does. This is why we can put one screen over another screen and then react differently. That's why the black silvers can pull a contrast levels when the other gray screens can't do it. Can pull white levels high as their screen, can pull colors and so forth better than their screens, but their screens can't do that. And then when you get to the platinums pull the heaviest contrast level. No screen, darker screen next to it can pull a black level higher than the platinum. Black screens have the ability to breed white light, and not only white light, but you can lay a gray screen against it and it can actually submerge itself into the screen. And then you have purple and the blue screens. They have a completely different surface, but they can read different colors in white light. And that's the part we found funny when Jamie was trying to make the paint, because he doesn't know how to design the code. Two different screens. But you want to see something even more interesting? Let's check out the black screen. what makes our tech different. Well, don't worry about these other screens out here because they can't read color. They can't read code. 4K fish.
Getting that from YouTube. Ready to blow away the rose of glory? You're worth it.
I do it so many times a day. They can mimic screens. That technology is designed to mimic. Interesting, isn't it? This screen can mimic that one, that can mimic this one. The black screen can mimic all of them. That's what I mean, Brian. You got to show a difference in your technology. It's not, it's just everyday. Just everyday paint is all it is. That's all it is, it's everyday paint. You can't back it up and you can't prove your technology does what it does. It's just everyday paint. That's all it is. You have to be able to show a difference. Now, the reason why these screens mimic better than the other screens is because they can read contrast. The other screens can't read contrast. So if I lay one of the screens up against my screen, it's not going to come out too well because it can't read the contrast levels. See what I mean? Can't read the contrast. That's why the screen's coming up gray. It can't read contrast. There's contrast in that screen right now. That screen's not picking it up. It's picking up a grayish. See, I can do this all day. All day. I can get any sample sheet I want and do this all day. Because I know exactly how this stuff is going to react. Because personal mix. It's all going to react the same way. Dark Star 9 should have a better chance. Nope. So if they can't withstand this level of technology, what happens when we launch Blue, or basically that monster we're building for next year? How about that? We're building that screen. We're customizing the screen's game. We're building the screen time its own customized game. So you're talking about when I showed you the demonstration of the screen outside taking a direct hit, that's not actually a projection screen. It's a gain we're working on. We're actually designing our own form of chemical gain. And that was the first test the gain had to take on, was a direct hit from sunlight and be able to store an image. It's designed to absorb light and generate it and actually turn it into more light. It's like a diamond. You know, if you take a diamond, the more diamond has more cuts on it, the more brighter the diamond becomes. It's kind of like that kind of scenario. So we're building the screen in two parts. One part of it, we're engineering the gain. And the first test of the gain the screen had to take a direct hit from sunlight. Now, once that's mastered, then the color coding technology you're seeing in these screens we're designing now, like the blue screen that can actually recolor. Can you imagine what happens if you take color coding technology and you mix it in with that powerhouse gain and connect it into one screen? You've got a screen that can pull any color at once. Doesn't make a difference if it's gray, it can pull contrast and whatever, and it can take on tons of ambient light. Even a direct hit from the sun, which means inside, there'll be nothing to stop it. That's what we're working on. That's for next year. That's our own form of signature screens. So I was giving you little sneak peeks in there and saying, look, this is what we're working on. This is what we're doing. So you can get an idea of exactly what we're up to. All right, with that being said, thank you all for your time. I got to go, and God bless.